Enjoy English School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
Today is April 25th, and we're on pages 48 and 49. It is the Green Living article, and it's called The Growing Problem of E-Waste.
那我们今天4月25号在48、49页。那我们绿色生活主题呢？我们今天要来讲的是新时代的危机——电子垃圾。
Let's look at our subtitle here. Think twice before throwing electronic devices away.
扔掉你的电子装置以前，请先三思。什么叫电子装置呢？就是你的什么 iWatch 啊、iPhone 啊，然后有的没的啊，里面有电池的。
And when we think twice, that just means really think carefully. That's really what it means.
Yeah, 中文讲三思啦，但英文说 think twice， 想两次就好。
是不是？When you are a carpenter, 木工, they say measure twice.Cut once.
Yeah, 量次切一次。
That's right, because 切两次 is not as good.
就坏了。
Yeah, that's no good. All right, with that, we're going to take a short break. We're going to hear our article. And when we come back, we got paragraph 1.
The growing problem of e-waste. The term e-waste is short for electronic waste.It refers to electrical or electronic products that are thrown away when they are no longer needed. These include computers, televisions, ovens, and basically anything else that runs on batteries or has an electrical cord. E-waste has been a problem since the 1970s because of how difficult it is to separate things like metal and plastic from various products.Another problem is that many electronics contain toxic materials that can pollute the environment if left in landfills. Over the past few decades, the problem of e-waste has only increased, along with advancements in technology. E-waste is now the fastest-growing waste stream around the world.The total amount of e-waste created every year is expected to reach 74 million tons by the year 2030. Currently, it's estimated that only about 17% of global e-waste is properly recycled. However, the United Nations hopes to bring that number up to 30% by the end of
2023.All right, friends, let's begin our first paragraph right away. The term, the word, the name, e-waste is short for electronic waste.
那刚刚老师讲的 the term, the word, the name 全部都是一样的，就是这个词哦。所以 e-waste 电子垃圾这个词呢，它其实是一个缩写，它的全写就是电子废弃物 electronic waste.
Now, if you listen to Minnie really carefully, I said,electronic waste. And your E was a little longer. Electronic waste. Both are fine. Just pay attention when you do hear that. They're both acceptable. Some teachers get really picky and they're like, you must say it like me. Actually, naturally, I say electronic waste. But because of my job, I try to pick the more commonly used word. I actually say it electronically, naturally. But I say electronically because most dictionaries are going to say that way. Yeah, egg. But honestly, I say egg or something like that with a long egg. Yeah, so just listen and they're usually fine. There's a few ways to say this. Now we have A is short for B. So for example, Chris is short for Christopher. And Minnie is short for masculine. No, 开玩笑。
所以 it's short for 其实就是有点什么的 short term 的意思，就是什么的缩写。
That's right. So Christopher.
像 TV is short for television.
Yeah.
AC is short for air conditioner.
Air conditioner. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Let's continue. It refers to electrical or electronic products that are thrown away when they are no longer needed.
那这个electronic waste 它指的呢就是不再被需要而扔弃的电器或者是电子装置。
Yeah, so electrical or electronic Both of these words look really similar, but actually they are different. This is a little tricky here. That's right. Electrical means you have like a插头. You have a plug, and you got to plug it in.
像你的烤箱啊。
When we have electronic, it uses a battery.
有电池的，像手机啊。
So really, you think something it has to plug in to work, or you use a battery. Some things have batteries and you can plug it in your computer, but some are only one or the other.
所以有一些是两个都可以，有一些是二选一的。所以 electrical 就是我们比较常讲的 appliances.
Yeah. Pick up your highlighter. Let's look at they are no longer needed. 小心 people see no longer. Hey, 这个是否定的，对不对？
不对。
And then they say aren't no longer. That's right. We need to say are, affirmative, 肯定的。are no longer needed. 小心。
所以 are no longer needed 就不再需要的意思。你如果用 are not no longer 那就负就得正了。
That's right. It's really messy. Yeah. That's right. Be careful of that. You can write aren't and cross it out. These include computers, televisions, ovens, and basically anything else that runs on batteries or has an electrical cord.
对，所以这些包含了电脑啊、电视、烤箱，以及基本上任何其他使用电池或者是有线的东西。
So we can highlight this phrase runs on, and that's one of our key words today. When we run on, that means it uses something for energy.
所以 run on 就是使用什么样的能源，依靠什么样子的东西 run on.
In America, there is a large famous donut shop called Dunkin' Donuts. And they at first only sold donuts, but then their coffee became very popular too. And their advertising, 他们的广告, they say America runs on Dunkin'. What they mean is America drinks their coffee a lot.
Yeah, 所以有点像是美国就是要依靠这个 Dunkin's 的咖啡，它才有办法存活下去。
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay coffee. Donuts are okay too. All right, with that, let's take a short break. And when we come back, we got paragraph 2. All right, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 48 and 49, and we're talking about the growing problem of e-waste. Let's continue to paragraph 2. E-waste has been a problem since the 1970s because of how difficult it is to separate things like metal and plastic from various products.
那自1970年代以来，电子垃圾一直就是一个问题因为很难将金属和塑胶等物质从各种的产品中分隔出来。所以这边我们可以看到 separate A from B.
Yeah, and it's not just that it's difficult, it takes a long time. And inside your electronic products, there are a lot of very expensive metals. Gold and copper and platinum. There are
金啊, 铜啊,
Yeah, there's a lot of really expensive things.
没错.
But you need a lot of time to get them out.
Yes. And tools.
And tools. And sometimes it's just not worth your time.
没错，所以要分离出来这些重金属啊，或者是贵金属很难啊。
So it's not just that it's, difficult, it takes a long time. And that's probably the biggest problem. It just takes a really long time to get a little. But if you had a lot, then you're lucky. But who has that free time? Do you want this to be your job? It's difficult. Let's look at the verb to separate. We talked about this during what article was it? Imitate, during the April Fool's article.
Yes.
I think April 11th this month.
No, April 4th.
April 4th?
Yes.
Okay, April someday this month. We talked about April Fool's Day, and we talked about the verb to imitate, to copy. ATE is a verb here, so 它会发 eat, like 吃东西.
Separate.
Right? Separate. This is a verb, so ATE 要发 ate. But when it's a noun or an adjective, it's going to be it. And the word we used was chocolate. Chocolate, J-Y-A-T-E, but it's a noun.
Yes.
So it's fa-I-T-E. All right, let's continue here. Another problem is that many electronics contain toxic materials that can pollute the environment if left in landfills.
那另外一个问题哦，是许多的电子产品含有有毒的物质，如果留在垃圾掩埋场的话，可能会污染环境。这边有毒的，我们用 toxic。老师在学这个字的时候是小甜甜布兰妮 Britney Spears 那首歌。
How does it? Is that the song?
Yeah.
I remember. It's like, man, this is a catchy song, but that is so annoying.
Very annoying.
Yes, it's really catchy, but really annoying. It was like a perfect, like, see now good. It really was.
听起来真的很有毒啦。
Yeah, and I'm not really a pop music kind of person, but I was like, man, this song, like, I could appreciate. It's a verb, appreciate. How catchy this song is.
Yeah, I was 7, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Were you just constantly...
And I was like, baby, can't you see? Very toxic.
Britney Spears.
Oh,
yes,
my God.
Oh, Britney Spears. Now, toxic, just like Minnie says, this is a word that means something is poisonous
有毒啊
and venomous. But all three of these words are a little bit different. Okay, so let's compare these three words really quick. We have toxic. That's actually a kind of poison. It's almost, 如果你是科学家人, you're going to say, 科学家人, is that
科学家没有人 It's not your family, it's a job.
I say. All right, so usually scientists will say something is toxic comes from something living. So think like when you eat some fish, it can kill you. It's because it's toxic. Now, Sister Sang, in this article, we're talking about e-waste. This is 口语来说. That's fine. It's not wrong. But scientifically, toxic means it comes from a living thing. Now, poisonous means you bite it and you die. Venomous means it bites you and you die. Snakes are venomous. I don't know what's poisonous. So what's a frog? You lick the frog and die.
Apple.
Poison,
Snow White.
Poison apple. Dude, we were talking about that even before we recorded today. Wow.
Oh my God.
Snow White circling back.
好，所以老师刚刚我们总结一下 ，toxic 这个字基本上就是以科学家的角度来说，就是有生命的东西，它才有办法毒害你的这个毒化学物质，应该说毒的物质叫 toxic。然后第二个字呢是 poisonous， 就代表它是有毒，就是你吃了才有毒嘛，对不对？然后另外一个是
Venomous.
Venomous 就是像那个蛇，它咬你会有那个毒液，那个就是 venomous.
Yeah, poisonous.
How do you spell venomous?
Venomous is V-E-N-O-M-O-U-S. 几年前有一个 Spider-Man movie 叫 Venom, right? It was the
Venom.
big, scary black Spider-Man, right?
对。
And he was called Venom.
就是有毒的 spider.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I would say the toxic song, it's really catchy, but you shouldn't go watch the video. I'm not going to recommend the video because 我们两个都会开除了。It's a sexy video. Don't watch it.
哎，你还讲这么多
So, yeah, it's a catchy song though.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, there were these beautiful green hills in my neighborhood, and I always wanted to go play on them, and my mother's like, no, blah, blah, and she wouldn't let me. And I never knew why my mom wouldn't let me go play in these beautiful green hills.
Then why?
It's because they were toxic landfills.
Oh,
yes, and so they're really dirty, like famously dirty. They had like a nuclear. Yes, they had like a nuclear issue there. Yes.
是核能
Yeah, and I wanted to go like run and play on it, and like mom was like I was too little to understand. Yeah. So yeah, landfills are also called dumps. D-U-M-P-S.
就是垃圾堆、垃圾场。
All right, let's continue. Over the past few decades, the problem of e-waste has only increased along with advancements in technology.
那我们这边有看到 D-E-C-A-D-E-S decades 这个字，基本上这一个字哦，就是10年的意思了。所以在这个句子呢，他说，在过去数十年里面，电子垃圾问题随着科技的进步而日益变得严重。
Yeah, I think the big advancement is that batteries can be smaller but still be stronger.
很毒啊
Yeah. And the batteries we have in our iPhones today are different than the batteries we had in our phones when we were like 20 years old. Those batteries are really different.
When you were 20 years old.
Well, even when you were 20 years old.
I'm still in my 20s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, you're so young.
And I'm a mom.
That's right. So when I was 21 years ago. Half my life ago, those batteries were really different. And now with smaller, stronger batteries, you have more batteries. And that means more toxic, poisonous, not venomous things all over the place.
没错，所以电池的回收大家一定要特别注意，千万不要乱丢，那个对环境都是很大的污染。
All right, with that, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, let's finish up our final paragraph. All right, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're beginning our final paragraph on pages 48 and 49, the growing problem of e-waste. E-waste is now the fastest growing waste stream around the world.
Wow, 所以它开头就告诉你，电子垃圾现在是世界上增加的速度最快的废物料。
All right.
废物流。
So we need to talk about these words just 垃圾. There's a lot of words for 垃圾 in English.
Oh yeah, rubbish.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even write that one yet. Rubbish. Okay.
Trash.
So we have the words rubbish, just like Minnie said, trash, garbage, litter, and waste. They all mean 垃圾, but they are actually a little bit different. Probably the most important ones for you to know are litter, trash, and garbage. Rubbish is also still a really useful one.
Rubbish is a little British.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're British. If you're going to study in England, then you really need to know rubbish. Rubbish just means it's bad, it's garbage. Just regular
胡说八道
garbage.
也是 rubbish.
Also, rubbish doesn't sound really wet or 黏黏的. It sounds like kind of an old newspaper thrown in a garbage can. If I said, hey, I'll give you 100 NT to take that old newspaper out of the garbage, you'd be like, okay, because it's just rubbish. It doesn't feel really dirty.
干干的.
You just threw it out. When we say something is trash, it looks bad, but it doesn't smell bad. So think of like a broken table or a broken chair. It's not dirty, it's just broken. It's trash. But garbage is smelly or wet or really dirty. So your toilet or your kitchen, your bathroom, that's going to be garbage.
That's why we say garbage truck. 因为垃圾车通常都黏黏臭臭脏脏的，所以我们用 garbage 啊。老师刚刚说 trash 就比较像大型垃圾，比较干净，但是用不到。那 rubbish 就更不用说，就是纸团揉一揉丢下去就 rubbish.
Now litter it actually feels small. It feels small. Like you have like a small piece of garbage thrown out. Paper, the plastic when you open something, a cigarette litter, yeah. Also junk. Junk is 坏科技. So a broken computer is junk.
Yeah, junk.
Yeah, or your old car is a hunk of junk.
那 waste 呢?
Waste. 对, this is the word we're talking about. Waste can feel really wet. It can feel really dirty. But it doesn't have to be. It's just a more general term because junk and garbage 比较明确, trash 比较明确. We use this waste as just like 一般来说。
我们在台湾还觉得 waste 听起来好像比较高级、比较干净的感觉。
Maybe, but I wouldn't go play a nuclear waste. You know?
That's right.
Nuclear waste,
waste
electronic waste. Yeah.
所以 waste 可能是比较有毒、看不到的那种感觉。
Yeah, it can. There are all these words, but really, this just means garbage. Don't worry too much about it. Okay, here we go. Let's continue. The total amount of e-waste created every year is expected to reach 74 million tons by the year 2030.
直到2030年，每年产生的电子垃圾总量预计将达到7400万吨。哦
That's a lot. What did we say about that, right?
Wow.
He's like, your mind is blown.
I was like, 这样有几只大象？
Yeah, that's 7 years from now. Yeah.
No, I mean 大象。
What?
Elephant.
How many elephants?
Yeah, how many?
How many elephants? How much does an elephant weigh?
I don't know, but like every time when people say 几万吨，我都会很想要把它换算成大象。I don't know what. This is a habit since I was little.
You know, that's a really good thing. I wish I knew how much an elephant weighed. So we're just going to continue to the next sentence.
Okay.
I don't know how much an elephant weighs. I'm going to check after the show. I'm going to say an elephant weighs
1 ton.
1 ton. So 74 million elephants.
7400只大象。
Currently, it's estimated that only about 17% of global e-waste is properly recycled.
Currently 就是目前的意思，这个字要很用力的把它记下来，因为写作文的时候非常好用。所以目前呢，估计全球大概只有17%的电子垃圾有被妥善回收。Oh my god!
When we have an estimate, that means a good guess. With some evidence. It's not just like, oh, I think la la la.
随便猜的不是哦。
That's right. You have a little bit of evidence. Some Genming here. Evidence is E-V-I-D-E-N-C-E. Evidence. So you have a pretty good idea what it is. My mother's husband. My mom got married a second time. I was already well in my 30s. So I don't call him my stepdad. It's kind of weird at this point. But he really liked to recycle old waste. And he taught his son how to do it. And his son actually made good money for a long time doing it. They had a truck and they would drive around and they would find old refrigerators, especially big electrical things. And they would pull them apart and sell the things inside for money. And you can make a lot of money really quickly doing it. But you needed to know what was valuable and what was garbage. They didn't collect small things because of the problem we said earlier. Trying to separate all those little things, it just took too long. That's right. And so they didn't bother with small things. They probably could have made a lot of money. But you have a lot of big things that you could pull apart very easily. Why waste your time with these small things?
台湾也有啊，台湾也有人就是开这种回收厂。
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, the environment is kind of hard to maintain, right? But they can make a lot of money.
You can make a lot of money. This is called scrapping, S-C-R-A-P-P-I-N-G. When you scrap something, you just throw out your garbage. They go look for this big, expensive junk, and they pull it apart and make money.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue. However, the United Nations hopes to bring that number up to 30% by the end of 2023.
However, 故事的转折来了。然而 ，United Nations 就是联合国呢，希望能够在2023年，也就是今年底以前，将数字提升到30%，也不多呢。
It doesn't sound like a lot.
Yeah.
Let's look at the word hope here, highlighted. Hope, don't forget we can use this with the simple present tense, but you'll 未来的意思. You will hear foreigners say, I hope it won't rain tomorrow. So hope 加未来式. This is not technically correct. If 你看一个课本, hope 加未来式事实上 is wrong. You need to do hope 加 simple present tense. 然后有未来的时间. 你要说, I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. So 有未来的意思, but 要 doesn't simple present tense. But 口语来说, you're going to hear foreigners. And 如果 Chris 不小心, I will also say that. But don't say that because your teacher will get very angry at you. Hope simple present tense 加未来式。
所以 hope 本身已经带有未来式的概念在，所以后面我们用 doesn't 不用 will not 哦。
That's right. And wish 要加过去式也有未来的意思。
wish 加过去式有未来。
That's right. And wish 要比较不可能发生的事情。I wish I were
a millionaire.
不是现在 it means in the future. Or I wish I didn't have to go to school tomorrow.
还是要去。
你说 didn't, 但是你的意思是明天不要去。All right, with that, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we have vocab review. All right, friends, it's time for vocab review. Our first phrase is think twice.
想两次，在中文就是三思。
We can also say think again.
Yeah, again, A-G-A-N, again.
Number 2, to be short for.
Be short for 就是什么的缩写。
So A is short for B, blah, blah, blah. Number 3, to run on.
To run on 就代表使用。
Yeah, to use. Number 4, to separate A from B.
对，就是将什么东西分隔出来。
Number 5, to pollute.
污染，动词。
And you know pollution, 注意加 I.
名词，I-O-N。
I-O-N, thank you. Number 6, advancement.
Advancement 就是一个进展，看到 M-E-N-T 我们就知道它是名词。
That's right. Number 7, estimate.
Estimate 是预估，而且通常是预估好的。
If you make this a noun, it's an estimate because A-T-E 如果是 noun, it 变成
可是念起来好做作。Estimate.
Yeah. Get an estimate for your house. Yeah, you can definitely say that. Number 8, global.
Global 就是全球的
Or
global.
worldwide. All right, with that, we're going to stop here. But don't worry, we'll be back more with day 2 of our global e-waste problem. Hooray!
Yay!
We'll see you tomorrow. My name is Chris Gorski.
My name is Minnie.
We'll see you then. Bye!